move on to an interesting snack, which is shoestring potatoes. The one which you get in the regular grocery store. My mother used to bake the potatoes, grate it, air dry it or sun dry it, and then fry. But I found an easy way. You get the shoestring potatoes in the grocery store and then just add some seasoning. Now this seasoning for this shoestring potato is green chili. Yes, just green chili. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the pan. Let it heat up, and then I'm going to add green chilies. And what you do is add the green chilies. And wait for it to sizzle a little bit. Now when I was doing a little bit of reading about chilies, I found some interesting observations. Something which I found was the northern part of a country eats less hotter food than the southern part of the country. Now that applies to America, it applies to Korea, applies to Italy, and definitely applies to India. The only exception to this rule is Peru. Now, there may be the reasoning, the logic behind that may be that the closer you are to the equator, the more hotter food you can eat. So, as I'm talking, I see these green chilies have really sizzled, and I add some cashews and some raisins. And stir fry for a few minutes or maybe a minute, and add some salt, some sugar, and some lime juice. After this has been cooked for about a minute or so, add the shoestring potatoes. So as I was saying, the people who are in the southern part of the country eat more spicy or more hotter food than the northern part of the country. Now the reason the equator being closer, so automatically it's hotter weather. And chilies, I believe, has certain capsicum oil, which helps dilate the blood vessels and thus increases the circulation. As a result, you perspire more, and so it's more like a cooling system. So when you're eating chilies, you're really cooling your system. So you know what to do when it's a hot summer day. Eat some chilies. And this is done. So it's very simple, but it adds more zest to the same potato shoestring that you would eat normally plain. And it's a perfect thing to take when you're going for a picnic or even for a nice party as a side dish. If you're even more adventurous, you can go ahead and add red chili powder along with the green chili. It's interesting how many variations you can have with the same chili. So, try this. Shoestring potatoes stir-fried with green chilies and some nuts and raisins. Very simple, but very tasty.